Don't you know when you're beaten, Noriko? Kneel before me and I will show mercy to your people. If you resist, then you will all die together.
So many people have died because of this sword. And what did it ever bring them in return? Nothing. Nothing. You have won. You have damned us all. And now you deign to say my time has come? You hold me captive and you choose this as your moment to destroy me? No. All you do is corrupt. You waste our lives. And what power do you really possess? It's me that's holding you. You can't even kill me. I won't let you kill me.
I have spent my entire life listening to those people that believed in you. But now, you're going to listen to me. Take my life, and the rest of my people are finished. Those that have shed blood in your name, those people that have died for you will be gone. And all you will be is a rusting spoil of war. Without me, all you will become is a beautiful object to be admired behind glass. And then you will gather dust. Then you will die. You want to take my life? Well, you took that before I even touched you. And now, I am what stands between you and death. I am all you've got!
Nothing but demonic witchcraft. Your filthy magic cannot touch me. Tell her! I have tried really, really hard to bring this land to order. I have. I've shaped it. I have prepared it for a brand new era. And only this girl, this beautiful girl, stands in my way. Grant me power. Power to send her back to the underworld. Spat her out! Please.
Heavenly Sword, King Bohan, the Raven King. This is the final set of levels, and I think his boss fights, because he has 3 phases like all the other bosses, I think they're divided into individual levels. I might be wrong on that though. This is, in my opinion, the greatest final boss fight I have ever played in a video game. God of War kinda had a final boss, and that one was really, really good too, but it just doesn't match this. I mean, you get to be this invincible, almost invincible, you know, agent of heaven versus the Raven King of Hell, and there's these enemies walking around you who just get brushed off when you touch them. They just fly off into oblivion, and you get to just kill the guy that's been causing you all these problems throughout the whole game. The fight is going to be probably one of the more, I guess I'll say, active fights of any of the bosses we've killed so far. He's going to sometimes throw these magical fireballs at you. If you remember when we fought the, what's his name, the Flying Fox, you had to deflect his knives with the basic stance or the power stance, and that's the exact same story here with King Bohan. You need to deflect the orange one with the power stance, and then the blue one by not doing anything, and then you just push triangle when you hear the ding, and there's kind of a rhythm to it, and you get used to it the more that you do this fight. It might be a little bit challenging at first, but it's not really too big of a deal. This first phase of King Bohan is really just deflecting most of those fireballs that he throws at you, and then trying to do as much damage as you can. And I am missing a lot of these, because this is the first attempt with this guy, and it's the first time I'd fought him in actually over 10 years. So I am missing a couple of his fireballs. I do get better at it as time goes on, though, and we're going to be doing way more deflecting with this guy throughout the rest of his phases, so you better get used to it. Eventually, you're just going to be sitting in a pile of dead enemies, and that's just kind of hilarious to me. And that looked like it blocked it, didn't it? I could have sworn that one should have blocked it. And that one again didn't block it, and what I think I figured out I was doing wrong was that I wasn't holding the button long enough, and then I do get it eventually, believe me. The other thing that I should mention is that you don't want to be too far away. There we go, finally block it. You don't want to be too far away, because that will happen right there. If you are too far away and you deflect it, he'll dodge it, and then it'll kill all of his army behind him. So you want to be close enough that it'll hit him, and it'll do pretty good amounts of damage. And you may be wondering, how on earth am I going to succeed? His health bar is like down to 2/3. I'm down to my final third. Well, I'll tell you how. I finally learned to deflect his dang attacks. And that's going to be the rest of the first phase here. I'll start talking again during the second phase.
were never meant to be. You are an abomination. No one will remember you.
I do not need to be remembered. All that will matter is that I was here. In this moment.
Man, for how low my health got in that last video, it's kind of a miracle that I survived, or that last part, it's a miracle I survived, and thankfully, when you get into the second phase, it gives you all of your health back. So now we're on like some immortal plane, I guess, with a bunch of the heavenly sword-looking rocks or metal behind us. Kind of like that Kingdom Hearts Keyblade graveyard, I don't know. Anyway, he's going to pretty much be doing the same attacks that we saw before, but he's got a new one. He's going to jump up into the air and send a bunch of attacks at us at once, and we need to pretty well react to the attacks that he's going to throw at us. Right now I don't think he changes colors, but later on he will change colors, so you're gonna have to switch your power stances, and if you miss one of those attacks, it's the exact same deflecting we've done the entire game. If you miss one of them, then he will dodge the other one and he won't get stunned, and the whole goal you want to do in this phase is to hit all of his attacks, reflect all of them back to him, and if you get every single one of them, that will stun him and send him back to the ground. I think I succeed this time. And again, this is kind of a weird rhythm. No, I missed one, but it's still kind of a strange rhythm that you get used to the more you do this. I get better at this as the fight goes on. And other than that, it's just doing the same kind of attacks we've done before. I don't really recommend doing heavy attacks on King Bohan. He pretty much can dodge every single one of them and will hit you if you take too long, and most of his attacks are going to be red. There's not really a point in trying to counter his normal axe attacks because you can't really do that. He may grab you here and you'll have to follow the quick time event. I think I may have missed that one too because I don't remember that happening back when I played. And then here I think I finally get all of the... Yep, there we go. I finally deflect all of those correctly. That'll get him onto the floor, and that is the only time you can safely use a heavy attack on him and do as much damage as you can. But you're probably going to want to go back to light attacks and just work on whittling his health down. That's going to be pretty much the entire formula for the second phase, so I will once again be back for the third and final phase.
is waiting for you, Noriko. It's calling you home.
And Redemption is going to be the name of this level, I guess. So we are back on the battlefield, and he's going to do a mix of all the attacks we've seen before. So luckily we do get all of our health back, but you have to pay a little bit more attention because he's going to be pretty much all out trying to kill you. He is not happy that you've defeated him this far, and it is the final fight of Heavenly Sword. So the first thing we saw was he flew up with his big raven wings, and then he sent ravens at you just like in the second phase, and he's going to do that a lot more, and he's going to swap colors. He's going to switch between the blue and the orange colors, and you're just going to have to switch your stances. Holy cow, that's a lot of tongue twisters there. You're just going to have to switch your stances accordingly, and every now and then when he's back on the ground, he will actually throw some more fireballs at you. But you'll just want to do your best trying to avoid his attacks and then whittling down his health as best you can, and continue on until this guy is dead. And once that happens, that is it for Heavenly Sword. That's also it for my videos for Heavenly Sword, so I thank you for watching these. I don't know what I'm going to record next. I think it'll probably be Wario Land Shake It. That's a really fun game I kind of want to show off. I don't think enough people have seen that game. And those ravens you can't deflect, those ones you have to dodge. So there is a difference between the ravens he throws at you and the ones that you can block. And I guess that's it for me too. There's not really a whole lot else I want to interrupt with this very awesome boss fight. Thank you for watching my playthrough, and I will see you with my next game.
Don't let me die like this. I could accomplish so much. No, please, please, spare me. I beg of you. Wake up! I don't understand you. Is that you? My son. I'm gonna take care of you now. Please let me take you home.
Truly the one sent from heaven, Nariko. You were chosen.
No. I chose. I chose my own way. And those of us who have died for this sword have died in vain. I'm not sent from heaven, Father. And neither is the sword. Many people will try to take it from you. Will you do this for me?
Yes. Yes, I will, Noriko.
Father. Take care of Kai.
I will, I swear, Nariko. And a great warrior will be born, one that will lead our people out of darkness and show them the way to the promised land. And that you did, Nariko. That you did. You have freed us. The promised land is here and now.
Change worlds, shape lives, but it can also make us blind. Only you saw clearly, Noriko. You saw the truth about worshipped it, murdered for it, but you mastered it. And all that strength, all that beauty was your own. I won't let you down, Noriko. I'll keep the sword safe. Maybe even forgotten. But I'll always remember you.